Christina. Today my topic is the horror of neglect. I want to first start with a story called Dou Yuan. It is a story in Yuan Dynasty in China. At that time, Dou was accused of murdering her father. However, she didn't do it. And the whole town people all knew Dou was innocent too. But no one stood up for her to voice for her rights. Later, Dou was sentenced to death. Before her death, Dou occurred two disasters. One was the snow in summer, and the other was the 3 years drought. And these two curses came true indeed after Dou was killed. So, have you ever thought of why Dou occurs these two disasters that will bring damage to the whole town? It should be the judge's fault, right? Because it is the whole town's people's neglect that caused her death. But no one stood up for her. And so Dou occurs these two disasters, not only to punish the corrupted judge, but also to punish the neglect of the town people. So today I will use the 2012 Delhi Gamera as an example to explore the horror of neglect. And this is my outline. First, I will briefly introduce this case and the impact of it, and then the reading of this case, and finally, conclusion. So, let's see what happened. On December 16 in 2012, on a moving bus in Delhi in India, a 23-year-old girl student and her male friend took on the bus after seeing a movie at around 9 p.m. And there were 6 people others on the bus, and all of them dragged the women. Her male friend was beaten and knocked unconscious with an iron rod. And after an hour, they were dumped by the roadside with serious internal injuries. And they were found by the passerby and sent to the hospital. The woman was seriously hurt with the damage of penetration caused by the iron rod from her genitals to her intestines. So 30 days later, this woman died. After this news happened, the Indian people were angry and they went on the street to ask for the death of the rapist. And meanwhile, they also started to rethink the women's status in India. And this is the picture of the protest. And we can see that men also took part in this protest to ask for women's rights. And the government also started to amend laws of the penalty of rape and started to implement some new policies to protect women. And Indian people started to rethink the neglect of the gender inequality, the neglect of the fact that how women are so vulnerable in India, and especially in this kind of problem, sexual harassment, gender-based violence, and even rape. And in Indian society, women are treated as men's belonging. Some people think that women who have been raped, harassed, should be ashamed. So women do not dare to voice out for their rights. Gradually, they tend to tolerate. And according to the Indian Crime Record Bureau, every 22 minutes, a rape happens in India. And in 2012, there were 635 rape cases being reported in Delhi, but only one case was being incriminated. The proportion is very low. And the authorities' indifference and incompetence is also the main reason that caused to this tragedy. Judge Sharon Verma is the leader of this protest. He said that failure of good governance is the root cause for the current unsafe environment, eroding the rule of law and legislation. We are greatly indebted to the youth. For them, the issue would not have come out. They have told us the older generation something which we were not aware. This is the Bharatiya Janata Party, 印度人民党. They say to the reporters that this case not happened intentionally, but accidentally. This cite from the Guardian in 2013, January 23rd. And this also pointed out the politicians' ignorance toward the seriousness of this issue. So to conclude, Indian women now learn not to be silent, not to be blind to this issue, and also for their rights. And since the technology and social media become so handy for the women, they started to use technology as a way to express their doubts and difficulties they encountered in this protest. And they showed their voice to the whole world with just several clicks. So let's neglect more attention. Indian people can live in a much